Hey guys, today I'm come up here the story of a struggle, the unfurnished task. Hey everyone, this is Vijay from CI Diamond Elite member from CI community. For the longest time, one of the biggest struggle of my things that really held me back was I just couldn't seem to complete the task I started. It sounds so simple, right? Just finish what you begin. But for me, it was a constant cycle. As a industry professional, I would get excited. I dived in full in passion, and then somewhere along the way, that enthusiasm would just fizzle out. That is a human tendency, right? It was just a lack of desire or lack of intelligence. It was just I would get so close, and then something would always come up, or I would get distracted, or self doubt would creep up. Oh, and what that left me with was a pile of incomplete projects, half baked ideas, and honestly, a feeling of not being good enough. Like I always had good intentions, but never the follow through. And then the turning point, I, I came across the idea being a hot student. Hot means honest, obedient, and truthful. HOT. And at first, that might sound a bit traditional, but it was really a click for me. Was this? It means being the students who genuinely follow their mentor, and more importantly, it means taking action without hesitation, without that little voice in your head saying, "What if? What if it isn't perfect? What if I fail?" Blah blah blah. It was about clarity in mind, purity in heart, and sincerity in work. And as I listened that, I realized my biggest blockage was that hesitation, the lack of clarity, and honestly, sometimes a lack of sincerity is truly seeing things through. And the transformation steps what I follow for the succeeding is like my journey through the foundation program at CI became my proving ground. We were taught specific steps, specific actions, and then we had to record ourselves doing them and record our reflections. My initial reaction, like my old habit started to kick in again. My mind was like, oh, this is a lot. Maybe I'll just skip this part. But this time something felt different because I thought about what being hot truly meant, and it means following the step, even when I didn't feel it like, even when I felt awkward. Just I did it. I follow the steps exactly they were taught by our Kirtan sir. And guess what? Slightly, I didn't get it perfect at the first time. In fact, I succeed on the second time, and that in itself was a massive realization because in the past a failed first attempt would probably have led me abandon whole thing. But this time I follow through. I reviewed, I revised, and I just keep going. And that simple act, completing what I started of recording my journey, of really seeing it through. It wasn't about finishing the program, but it was about finishing something important. It built a new muscle, that muscle of completion, and which is very satisfying, that completion the task. Mentor always said perfection is the myth and progression is the key. So if you are there just starting your foundation journey, or even just starting anything important to you, I want to share you the advice that change everything. That change everything for me is embrace what I call the RRR method, record, review, and revise method, which is created very thoughtfully, and believe it blindly. Just don't just learn the steps, record yourself doing them. Yourself. Couldn't be better. Be honest with yourself and finally revise. Make these adjustments. Don't be afraid to do it again and again until you get it right. This journey, it's wonderful, but yes, it's also very thoughtful. As I said, it's having a very thoughtful process in that system. If it asks you to think, to reflect, to do, but if you commit to this process, if you truly embrace being a hot student with clarity in mind, purity in heart, and sincerity in work, you won't just complete this journey. You will complete yourself in new you and profound ways. You will become someone who finishes that what they starts, and that, my friend, it's a powerful transformation you see in yourself. Thank you. This is Vijay Kumbar, CI Diamond Elite member, signing out until next video.